Hey everyone, welcome to Reddit Readout. Today we are checking out Rules Horror. Story 1. Joe's Burgers, The Dining Experience. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. After hours of continuous driving, your dusty red car slowly bumbles its way through an old parking lot. The vehicle monotonously drifts by an array of abandoned buildings, yet one of them is not as deserted as the multitudes of structures surrounding it. A rustic-styled neon sign blares the words Joe's Burgers in red and blue letters. The contrast of the lively sign and the abandoned environment draws your attention, and you gently park the old, crimson-colored automobile in one of the many empty parking spaces before you. In the dreary solitude of the year 5086, it was establishments like this that would accumulate the few survivors in this time period. You step out of the car and walk toward the relatively new-looking 90s-style diner. You notice a piece of paper taped to the glass doors of the restaurant. It reads as follows. Welcome to Joe's Burgers, one of the 5 restaurant chains founded by the Dining Experience LLC. The Dining Experience LLC is not responsible for the possible dismemberment or death that may occur within its premises. In order to best avoid these scenarios, please read the rules below. 1. When you enter, please wait to be seated. You do not want to accidentally seat yourself in the seats reserved for the hostile creatures which took over the planet. They will not take kindly to this. 2. Make sure the lady seating you is wearing a red plaid uniform. If she is wearing any other color, kindly tell her that you have to grab something from your car and exit the building. Keep your back faced toward the restaurant for 5 minutes, and then it is safe to turn around and enter inside. If the waitress is still wearing a color other than red, then it is advised to leave the restaurant and never return. Double-check that there is not one of the things following you before exiting the parking lot. 3. Once you are seated, do not talk to anybody who isn't in your party besides the waitress. Sometimes it can be hard to tell who or what is real, and the things which wiped out the majority of the population do not like to be acknowledged. 4. If you have to go to the restroom, go quickly. Refer to Rules 4A-4C to guide you to safety while using the bathrooms. 4A. If the bathroom door is blue, then you are safe. Use the restroom for its intended purpose and nothing should go wrong. 4B. If the bathroom door is yellow, use it quickly. Do not dilly-dally. You have about 1 minute before it becomes unsafe, and when it does, you're on your own. 4C. If the bathroom door is red, go back to your seat immediately. Put your head down on the table and close your eyes. Recite the phrase, I am sane. I am alive. I am well. 3 times. Do not acknowledge anything that tries to interrupt you from repeating this phrase. Once you are done, the bathroom should be colored blue. 5. Stay at your table for as long as possible unless you are leaving the restaurant or going to the bathroom. Do not under any circumstances enter other rooms in the restaurant such as the kitchen or maintenance closet. 6. When your food arrives, make sure there isn't human body parts in it. Those things around you will become very angry if you eat their food. Politely tell your waitress that you received the wrong order the next time she comes by your table. She will understand and bring you your actual meal. 7. Promptly leave the restaurant when you are finished with your food. Do not make a disturbance inside the establishment, but run to your car when exiting it. Do not look back. Drive as fast as you can until you are 5 miles away from the accursed building. Those apocalyptic beings should stop chasing you by then. That's all. Adhere to the rules and you should be just fine. We hope you have a pleasurable experience at Joe's Burgers. That was creepy. You say to yourself as you thrust open the glass doors of the mysterious diner. A cheerful waitress in red greets you. Hello sir, how many are in your party? Oh, just one. You mumble in a raspy voice. Sounds good. Right this way sir. The waitress says as she leads you to a bright red booth. I will be with you shortly to take your order. A few minutes pass. The urge to go to the bathroom slowly creeps in. You rise out of your assigned chair and quickly make your way to the restroom, careful not to acknowledge the presence of the various entities around you. You stare at the door. It is blood red. At first you thought nothing of it, but you remembered the rules. You reach out for the door handle and that's when the feeling hits you like a train. Something is wrong. Very wrong. Without a second thought, you rush to your seat and recite the phrase, I am sane. I am alive. I am well. I am sane. I am alive. I am well. I am sane. I am Ellie. Not for long. A booming, distorted voice coming from an unknown source blurts out. You look up and realize your mistake. The restaurant is encompassed by a deafening silence. The rules stated to not let anything interrupt the recitation of the ritualistic phrase. You take a glance around the restaurant. Every entity and waitress in the restaurant is staring at you with a creepy smile, clearly holding back evil intentions. You can see a mysterious liquid that looks like a mixture of blood and some other substance oozing from the walls. You scream. As you try to make a run for it, you see the creatures blocking the exit. So without thinking, you dash into the janitor's closet. Your hands slam the door behind you and you slouch against the door, blocking those things from entering. There is no light in the janitor's closet. You are encompassed by a pitch-black darkness. Your mind recalls another one of the rules that stated to never enter the maintenance closet. It is too late now. In the other end of the closet, you can hear heavy breathing, and footsteps slowly approaching. You try to open the door to go back into the restaurant, but it is locked. There is nothing you can do. You scream in terror as the thing comes closer. Meanwhile, the restaurant returns to normal. The entities go back to their seats and eat their flesh burgers in peace. The waitress brings out your food and sets it at your empty booth. She takes a glance at the maintenance closet, and sees a red liquid pouring out from under the door. She slowly shakes her head with an unknown understanding and returns the food back to the kitchen. Story 2. If you have seen yourself inside your home, please do the following. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. 1. Upon your first sighting, back away slowly and do not make any noise if you can help it. 2. Hide in a safe place that you hardly go to normally. Under your bed will do just fine. 3. Keep them in your sight as much as possible, make sure they don't leave. The door will disappear if they do. If they try to escape, fight them harder than you've ever fought or think you could fight before. They must be completely destroyed. Squeeze their eyes, peel the flesh from their bones if you must. Fight smart too. They know your tricks, but it is you or them. 4. They think they are real, don't let them see you or know of your presence. They will fight harder than you ever thought something could to stay alive. 5. Stay awake the first night, you will have work to do. 6. Once they are asleep in your bed, slowly and carefully set your belongings slightly ajar or off in some way that you would notice if you were them. For example, set the silverware in different places, flip the toilet paper on the other side, put your couch a few feet to the right or left. Anything to make them think twice about every little thing. 7. Once you have finished, hide under your bed again and wait for them to wake up. Do not fall asleep. 8. They will likely notice something is weird once they wake up. This will distract them enough for you to make your escape, or your victory. 9. If you choose to make your victory, strike quickly while they're distracted. Fight hard, be brutal. Leave no trace that they once looked human. Don't listen to their tricks or manipulations. It is you or them or you or them or you or them or them or you or them or why. 10. If you choose to escape, make sure they are as far away from the door as possible, plan out your previous antics the night before accordingly. Once you open the door, slam it shut behind you quickly, they can move faster than you think once they hear it open. The door will disappear once you close it, leaving just the wall behind. They will scream and scratch and beg and cry and shout. Do not listen, show no pity. If they wanted to live, they should have been strong enough to beat you. Pathetic creature. Walk away and claim your freedom. It is you or them. Story 3. How to survive. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Needed a easy, concise guide on how to continue living? You're lucky. You know why? Main guide. Let's start with some simple concepts, brushing your teeth. To start, make sure you have the following. Clothes. A toothbrush can be purchased at your nearest store. Teeth. Paste. 1. Grab your toothbrush in your dominant hand, and apply the toothpaste, usually enough length to cover the tip of your finger widthwise, onto the toothbrush. Make sure it is the side with bristles. 2. Open your mouth wide, but not too wide. You don't want to end up Lee. 3. Raise your hand and place top quarter of the toothbrush in your mouth, making sure the bristles of the toothpaste touch your teeth. 4. Move in a circular motion, applying slight pressure to your teeth. Do this for around 3 seconds, then move to the next tooth. 5. Once you are done, move the toothbrush up so it touches the upper half of your mouth. If you don't feel teeth, then move the toothbrush up so it touches the upper half of your mouth. If you don't feel teeth, then 6. Repeat step 4 until you have brushed every tooth in your mouth, then find the sink. Spit directly into the sink and turn on the tap. If the lights flicker, immediately turn off the tap. Remain silent. Once the cluster is functioning normally, the lights will switch back on and you can continue. 7. Escape the toothbrush from your mouth and remember to continue entering and exiting the water from your mouth. 8. Ignore Rule 10. 9. To take the blade, place your hand on the handle of the door, then. To subscribe to the newsletter, follow Rule 10. Story 4. Ho Tien Entity Guide Visitors. A place to share scary stories which contain a set of rules to follow. Hello, it's me again, the owner of Ho Tien, here today to explore the visitors, first mentioned in Rule 4, who show up from time to time. Anyone who has stayed at our hotel will know about them and probably met them. Appearance. It's almost impossible to actually see them as they are small, fast and only appear under black light. Only one person has seen and reported the appearance of a visitor. Here's the report. Name, Carlos Greenfield. Age, 27. Stay time, 1 night. I don't know what I saw, but I work as an inspector for hotels. I go from place to place and check the quality of each hotel. Though I've never heard of Hotel of the Night. There's nothing on the web and no forums on any social media. I decided to stay here for a day. To my surprise, it was one of the most clean and hygienic places I've been in years. I must have forgotten to turn off my black light torch, and in the night I was woken by rapid small footsteps all around me. These tiny, grey goblin-like things about a foot tall were running around the room, grabbing all shiny things I brought with me. In my panic I noticed they only appeared in the black light coming from the torch. After minutes they were gone without a trace. I reported it to the receptionist and I was told this isn't the first time it's happened. I'm not coming back here. To summarize, Carlos has accidentally learned about the way to discover these critters and that they are small and relatively harmless except when children are involved. Due to a child's vulnerability, they are easy targets and we don't know what happens to the child. They just seem to vanish. Rules to do and don't do. Get up on the bed. They are designed to stop visitors from climbing up. Ensure no child under 5 is in an area accessible to them, as they become extremely aggressive due to them having bad eyesight, meaning they will perceive the child as another aggressive visitor. Don't leave shiny objects lying in sight. This attracts them. E.g., watches, bracelets, keys, etc. This is because they will appear more and more like how bacteria multiplies. Fight back, they will all begin to decapitate you violently. This has happened on numerous occasions. Thank you for reading this. We hope you stay safe and have a good night. Rule 9, Oculi, vident omnia. Entium quot non est corporis. That's all for today. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.